What's the deal, you guys? What's the deal? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's going on, y'all? All right, now we got a couple of things to talk about on today, so let's go ahead and get into the show. So we're going to start this thing off with these two right here, and that is Miss Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. Now, y'all know that they've been going strong for the last couple of months. You know, they've been giving us these cutesy videos. You know, she even got a new song out right now. My man, my man, my man, my baby, my baby, my man, my man, my man, my baby, my baby. Although I know a lot of y'all don't like the song, but baby, it was number one on iTunes and shit. And I love that goddamn song and I love the goddamn video. And I don't care what nobody got to say. All right. But however, this video came on Neighborhood Talk where she was out on a date with Klay. And I am so tired of the negativity when it comes down to her and, you know, everything that she be having going on. I don't even see why this was even negative. But let's get into the little video.
Yes.
Look at it.
Oh, my nail is in there. Baby, the crab cake was good.
So good. My favorite apple.
I didn't get to taste it.
Well,
We should taste it together.
If it was poison or not, and it's just good. It's not poison. You can have at it.
God damn.
It's a big piece. Eat it.
Let me have
Eat
it.
it.
Come on.
That's the one right there.
It's good.
Stallion.
Casa de Captain.
Casa de Megan Pete
Thompson.
She's the best at ordering for the whole crew. Family style.
Short ribs, mac and cheese, sea bass, asparagus, steaks, sauces.
Mac and cheese, little dish.
What you want to eat first? Mac and cheese? Okay.
Oh. That's the one, baby.
That's the one? Let me taste it.
That's the one, baby.
Okay, first things first. These little rich people restaurants be pissing me off. Because why that macaroni and cheese look like a damn piece of cake? I mean, for real. Why does that mac and cheese look like a goddamn piece of cake? Now, that's all I'm saying about the situation. Now, why does that shit look like a piece of cake? For real, though. Why? But, however, that was the video. Now, let's look at some of the comments up in here. Okay, I see a couple of folks got heart emojis, another heart emoji. Then there was someone says, everyone deserves love, which is very true. Shout out to Jay Evans official because he said the exact same thing I just said. Why the mac and cheese look like a piece of cake? That's from rich people restaurants, child. I can't wait for this PR relationship to be over. He need a wife. Someone else says this is so PR. I hate it. I love that she can be herself around him. We are actually getting to know him. Us Aquarius women love a quiet, laid back man that let us be ourselves. She says, someone else says she finna be married in the next year. I hope this kind of love finds us one day. Megan is exactly what Klay needed. Okay, so this here now, let me just say this, y'all. And this is coming from a man who loves love. Although I have not been lucky with love my damn self, but I'm a man that loves love, right? And especially I like to root for the people that have had a real hard time with the love department and how they have been seen a certain type of way and how they've gone through certain things in their life in regards to love and stuff like that. So for me, I love the fact that she's in love. I love the fact that she found her another man. I love the fact that she's moving forward in her life. And it's really sad and it really sucks that every time something happens for her that is actually positive, everybody want to call it a publicity stunt. Everybody want to say this is a PR situation. Everybody, because why is it that she can't have somebody that actually likes her? Why does it have to be a business arrangement? You know what I mean? Like, why can't people have a relationship with someone that actually likes them? And you know, it bothers me when people say stuff like that. You know what I mean? It really does bother me. Like, it bothers me to the T when people do that, because I'd be like, why is it so hard for you motherfuckers to believe that she found somebody that really appreciates her and someone that actually matches her fly? I don't understand that, but I'm rooting for Megan and Klay. I'm not sitting up here saying that they're my couple goals, because there is no such thing as couple goals for me, because I don't really sit up and look at everybody else's relationship and try to figure out what can I do to be like them. I don't do no shit like that. However, I'm here for them, you know, doing their thug thizzle and just being happy. But the only thing that I will say is that I love the videos, I love the photos, but I just feel like in this day and age, there's only so many times you can post your mate, because people find a reason to ruin shit. You know, like I said, when I was dating Bando, that shit was very public, which I hate that it was now. And everybody had a story to tell. Everybody felt like they needed to come between it and all that type of stuff. So I always said, whether it's Bando or if it's somebody else, whoever I get involved with next, it's like, I don't want to be in that situation where it's public and everybody knows what's going on. Like I said, whether it's Bando or somebody else, I don't care. I don't want no more public situations like that. You know, maybe a situation where you see them, but then you don't. You see them, then you don't. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I got when it comes down to this. But yeah, I'm happy for Klay and Meg. Like, you know, everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody looks for love. Everybody wants that. So, you know, do you? I'm here for it. Moving on to the next topic of the day, we're going to go ahead and get into some Bravo stuff. Now, let's talk about Miss Riley Burruss, who we all know as the daughter of Miss Kandi Burruss. And listen, when it comes down to Riley, because we watched her grow up on TV, we sometimes feel like it's our duty to protect Riley. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. I mean, I don't know. But when it comes down to Riley, I really don't be playing no games. That is one of the reasons why I didn't want to watch that damn show, y'all. I didn't want to watch that fucking show because I already knew what they was going to give when it came down to Riley. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all them white people on that one show, and then she's the lone black person on there besides Ava. And I just felt like they was going to do whatever they could to use their microaggressions against her and do whatever. And that's exactly what they were doing, because I saw, you know, the previews of the show and the little clips that went down the timeline and shit. So that's what made me not want to watch it. Well, at this point, it looks like I might just have to watch it, honey. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about. Now, it says that Riley Burruss and Georgia McCain got into a heated argument while filming season 2 of The Next Generation NYC. Okay, so here we go. It states that Riley Burruss and Georgia McCain got into a heated argument while filming season 2 of Next Gen NYC. The argument began when Georgia called Riley an alcoholic, which escalated to the point to where Riley had allegedly had to be held back by co-stars after attempting to throw a glass at Georgia. So that was pretty much the tea on that. And I do feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to make Riley look bad. And I don't really believe that she tried to throw a glass at her for no reason. They've been picking and prodding with that girl based off of what I've seen on that show all last season. Because here's the thing with that. I didn't watch the show. I tried, but it was pissing me off. So I relied on clips. I relied on reviews from like T and Color Me Pink, and I pretty much knew what was going on by watching their reviews. And it was pretty much, we're picking on Riley. We're picking on the only black girl on the show. We finna ostracize her. We're finna make her look like she's crazy. We finna do all of that. Georgia is the same bitch that didn't want to wash her hands and got mad at Riley because Riley didn't want her to touch her because she didn't wash her hands. As if anybody would want her ass to be touching them without washing her fucking hands. Are you cool, bitch? Are you cool? Because I damn sure don't want you touching me if you ain't washed your hands. Like what we talking about? What we talking about? I dare you to touch me without washing your hands. You're gonna get way more than what the fuck Riley gave you. I'm just being honest. And now you calling her alcoholic. So I feel like this next season ain't finna be nothing but them, you know, ragging on Riley, and it looks like I'm gonna have to do my due deals and rewatch that first season so I can be prepared for second season, because bitch, I'm reviewing it. Just for that right there. I'm reviewing it, and if I gotta cuss a bitch out the whole damn review, then that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't care. If I gotta cuss a bitch out the whole review, then that's what I'm gonna do. But we don't play by Riley around these parts now. We gonna protect Riley, okay? That's what we gonna do. So shout out to Riley. I hope you knocked her ass out. Next person we're about to get into is Georgia Prune. Put it on to make her want to marry me, okay? Now, let's get into it. So, the Neighborhood Talk caught up with Rasheeda, Kirk and Rasheeda at the One Music Fest, which happened here in Atlanta this past weekend, while talking about music and their different ventures. And the couple also opened up about the hate that they receive on social media, which is, which is understood and which is, needed. Kirk recently wrote an open letter to his son, Cannon, who was the product of an affair that he had with Jasmine Washington. And he said people wanted him to not accept his child, but as a man, that wasn't something he could do. Like, I'm trying to figure out who did not want him to accept his child. If anything, a lot of us wanted this bitch ass nigga to accept his own damn child. I don't know what the fuck Kirk be talking about. Kirk love to play the victim. Let's be clear, he loved to play a goddamn victim all the time. But let's continue reading. Rasheeda shared that she accepted Cannon because she chose to forgive her husband for the affair. I had to forgive what came with that. This is my real life. She added that she never wants Cannon to feel unloved. Okay. Kirk also admitted that he has no desire to repeat those mistakes. When that happened, there were things going on in our relationship that was off. That off wasn't off when it happened. We're on and been on, he said. So the couple revealed that they've already filmed 5 episodes of a documentary about their lives, which will highlight their journey before love and hip hop. So let's go ahead and get into this video, and we'll continue on that way.
I love to see this side of you guys because, like you said, we see so much of the drama on social media. You recently made a post about how you get a lot of hate because people expect for you not to accept your child. Yes. And I think it's so beautiful to see the dynamic and to see how much you and Rasheeda love him. As a woman, why was it so important for you to showcase?
It was just me living my regular, real life. And just to like wrap it up in a nutshell, like, we've been married for 25 years, right? And we've been together for 30 plus. And relationships, marriage, and everything, it has its ups and downs. You go through a lot, your tests and all of that. However, when we went through our situation and I forgave my husband, I have to also forgive everything that comes along with that. And it's a process and it's a growth thing. But at the end of the day, there's a child involved who, for me first, I'm a mom because I have children. And one thing I never want him to feel is a lack of love at any time. And I don't ever want him to feel as though, stepping into this when he's old enough to really realize what's going on, that he felt any difference of love from myself than he would feel from the other side of his family. And that's...
And I'll say this, Cannon is a little dude, but he's very smart and he's about to be 10. But, you got these kids who ask him all the questions. So is that really like your dad and your stepmom and them really your brothers? And so when he keeps asking those questions because they bother him a lot, I want people to understand, like, no, Cannon is very much around. We just don't show him to you guys all the time because all y'all do is look for the negative in it. And he's such a sweet kid and lovable, And again, when that happened, there was things going on in our relationship that people didn't get to know. But they hang you to a cross and want to talk. But we solid over here, and ain't nobody looking to run out and go do nothing crazy. That off was an off when it happened. We're on, we've been on. And, I just want him to know we love you. Don't worry about the noise. And, you are a Frost and you here.
I love to see this.
Okay, so that was Kirk and Rasheeda at the One Music Fest talking about their toxic marriage. So let me just go ahead and say this, okay? So y'all know that I really never had anything nice to say about Kirk and Georgia Prune at all. Y'all know that I always got something bad to say about them, always. So I pretty much steer into that direction of always having something bad to say because I don't like them. Team K Michelle. However, I'm going to be honest here, right? It's good to know that Rasheeda has forgiven her husband. It's good to know that she accepted Cannon within her family. Because at the end of the day, Kirk cheated. Cannon is the product of the affair. So if you're going to accept Kirk, you may as well accept the child that's involved in everything that came with it. Once you realize that my man cheated, then you find out my man cheated and got a baby. And now that you know that your man cheated and got a baby, now you got to figure out, is this too much for me? Can I accept this? I'm not really sure if I can. And I'm not going to dog her today. I promise y'all I'm not. This got to be a little bit of growth on my end, because I'm not even finna dog her out today. But I do feel like at the end of the day, I do feel like this. When it come down to it, she did what she was supposed to do. As far as she forgave her husband, and in addition to forgiving her husband, she accepted the child, as she should. And the only problem that I was having with this whole situation with her and Kirk is because of the fact that I still, to this day, feel like Kirk don't get half of the blame that he should get for this whole situation. I feel like all of the finger point is always, and I do mean always, the finger point is always at motherfucking finger point is always at what's her name? Always at Jasmine. That's what I don't like. I don't like that the fingers are always being pointed at Jasmine all the time. I feel like her friends and even Rasheeda, they let Kirk get away scot-free. I still feel that way, and I don't care how nobody feels about it. I still feel that way. But I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. If you're gonna accept your cheating ass husband, then you may as well accept this child that came along with it, because the child is innocent in all of this. The child has to be here. So take that up with your man, and that's it. So that was the nicest I could be about it. And I don't really think that Kirk and Rasheeda get no hate on the internet. I just think that people call them out on their bullshit. That's just what it is. And they do be on bullshit on that show. So that's what they call them out for. It ain't no damn hate. But that's the basis of the situation. And I might just watch the documentary just so I can do a review on it and all that other stuff. Just in case y'all want me to. But let's continue on and get into Sammie. I like the way you look at me. I like the time we spend, baby. Okay. Sammie is in trouble, honey. Sammie is in trouble. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So it says, neighbors, this is crazy. It looks like Sammie is in legal trouble after recently being arrested for putting his hands on the mother of his child. Okay. Let's continue on with it, y'all. Okay. So Tiana, his baby mother, spoke out via Instagram before the charges surfaced, stating that there's a side to the singer that people don't know. She says she's trying to bring awareness to people that think that they're untouchable. Tiana also implies that Sammie previously told her that she doesn't have a platform to ruin or stop him. He says, I'm not big enough to stop shit or ruin him. He got the platform and that's cool. Not trying to ruin you, sir. If I was, I would do it from my real page, but I didn't. I did it from a page with 300 followers. Be for real. Karma. Tiana shared in a story post. In the same Instagram story, she showed him being cuffed, her multiple injuries, and a quick clip of him seemingly throwing a tablet at her. He was charged with cruelty to children and battery family violence on October the 19th. This was just days before his appearance at the One Music Fest. So let's get into the things, honey. Let's look. Okay, so those are the charges down there. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, so there we go. Those are the charges down there: cruelty to children, third-degree witness, battery, family violence, and fugitive in state. That's all from the Henry County Police Department. That's right there in Hampton, Georgia. Okay, that's October 20th. There he go, right there. Okay, don't believe who? Inmate inquiry. Sammie Lee Bush. That is his real name. All right. Then there we go. He snatched the tablet from Lay while he threw it at me. Okay, so that's him throwing the thing at her. Okay, why you think that you could ever play? Why you ever think it's cool to play with me? Okay, not posting it from my real page, because if you know, you know. Not trying to make a blog, just trying to bring awareness to people who thinks that they're untouchable and God on earth. Okay, there he goes in the cuffs. There she go. Okay. My phone on 10%. I'm about to enjoy the show, but please know that I'm not done bringing light to violent, narcissistic men who says that nothing can stop him, which is cool. Not trying to stop you from singing sad songs at 38. But people need to know that the truth behind this fake quiet church boy, okay? Those are the charges again. And then she said, okay, I think my neck is sprained. I need to go to the hospital. Are you going to get Jay at all? Mind y'all, I have to go home to this man. He says I'm not big enough to stop shit or ruin him. He got the platform, and that's cool. I'm not trying to ruin you, sir. If I was, I would do it from my real page, but I didn't. I did it from a page with 300 followers. Be for real. Karma. That's the police. That's him in the cuffs. And that's the booking information for Sammie Bush Lee, or Sammie Lee Bush. Male, Black, African American, 5'8", 135. He just 135 pounds. You mean to tell me I weigh more than him, child? Okay, so he was in the Henry County jail. His bond was $1,000, $1,050. Okay, so that was his bail amount right there. So that's pretty much the tea on that. But let me tell y'all, as a person that is a fan of Sammie music, you know, I like it. You know, I grew up on I Like It, Honey, because I Like It was my song in the fifth grade. Let's be clear. Loved Hardball, loved the Crazy Things I Do for Love, you know, Come With Me, and You Should Be My Girl, all that. Loved it. But I see men like Sammie all the time back from where I'm from. They put on this fake ass church boy act, and they cover up their real selves with their particular act, and it throws people off, and people don't know that that's the type of person they really are. That's the type of nigga they are. Because I grew up in the house with a man like that. My stepfather was the junior deacon at the church, and I didn't even know that, and I lived in the house with him. And when I would go out and tell people how menacing he was, nobody would believe me because of the way he portrayed himself at the church. So those are niggas like that for real. And regardless if we like Sammie's music or not, regardless, he deserves to get exposed. I'm just saying, he deserves to get exposed. You cannot get away with abusing a woman. And, you know, as much as motherfuckers love to say that I don't like women and I hate women, all this other bullshit they like to put on me, one thing I'll never go for is violence against women, because I grew up in a house with a man that abused a woman. So I would never go up for no shit like that. And I would never be okay with that. So when I see a man like Sammie, who I like as a musician, do stuff like that, there is no respect. Because I feel like you put your hands on a woman because you can't put your hands on a motherfucking man. You know, you want to know why I say that? Because as much as my stepfather used to try to put his hands on my mom and shit, and even would try to put his hands on me at times, knowing that I was going to hit him back, when my mama would call her cousins over, he'll leave. He'll back down. He was scared. But was quick to try to put his hands on her. And was quick to try to put his hands on me because I was gay and he thought I wasn't going to fight him back. And I fought him back every motherfucking time. We all fought him. So I get it. Niggas like that are pussies. That's just what they are. So at the end of the day, I would never feel good. I would never like no nigga that do that type of shit. So, Sammie, you could get up there, perform I Like It all you want. You still gonna be a woman beater in my eyes. I'll never be okay with that. I'll never be cool with that. And anybody that's cool with a man putting his hands on a woman, you a bitch too. And that's just it. Moving on to this No Limit stuff. Now, I haven't seen the versus battle yet because I had to film my last scene Saturday night. I had to film it that night when I was trying to film it earlier that day because I wanted to watch the verses, but because they wasn't available until that night, I had to film that night. So I missed the verses. However, there's this situation going on with Mercedes. Now, I don't know if y'all remember Mercedes, but Mercedes was one of the girls that was on No Limit. It was Mercedes, Mia X, and Miss Peaches. They were the women on No Limit. And Mercedes dropped one album, and that was the Rear End album, as you see on my screen. But most people don't even remember the album. Most people don't even remember songs off that album. They just remember that album cover because she was bent over at the back, and the name of the album is called Rear End, child. Now, she did have a single out there called It's Your Thing. It came, let me tell you about your baby daddy, waking me up early in the morning when you're gone, how you know he's creeping with me. That was my song. And then, of course, she had the song I Can Tell, which was on her album first. So when it came down to the No Limit verses with Cash Money, and she took to social media to air them out. So we're going to start off with that first, and then the guy Mac from 504 Boys also came out and spoke out again, cleared the air on the situation too. But we're going to start off with her rant first. So let me remove this, and then we can get into it, y'all. Let's listen.
But it's not a minute long, so I have to stay on here long enough so I can post it. But I'm definitely going to post this to my page because I'm sick and tired of being played. I am supposed to be here just like everybody else. I don't know how to. Somebody else got to sing my song, but not single one of theirs. This is fucked up and foul, but it's cool because I promise I got something for everybody. I swear to God, I got something for everybody. It's so many people that ain't even so. Look how many people that's not No Limit that's on this stage. Do you see? I'm over here with Timberland. Why do they have me and Timberland on the side of the stage? Make me understand it. Do you see this? I got a whole wristband, and these didn't let me go on. Like, let me make it. How that sound? That sound deliberate, huh? Something just ain't right. It's cool though, because y'all can expect a lawsuit because I did not give permission for anybody else to perform my song, so it's gonna be a problem. Believe it's up and it's stuck. I'm not ending my life because I'm mad. Bring them out because I got them on deck. Ain't nobody scared of y'all. Come my way. I promise. It'll get fucked up. Coming. Oh my God. I'm so mad. Like, I'm over here trying to hold back tears and everything. My phone is ringing because people don't understand. I can't make you understand. But please know that didn't go up bad business. It been janky promoters at No Limit. So fuck them. It's cool. You ain't got to worry about me no more. Not at all. Please. Bring them out. Because I got them on.
You ain't gotta say too much.
We don't live in soldiers. Yeah. I thought I told you. We don't live in soldiers. Yeah. I thought I told you.
All right, so that was Mercedes who came out and stated that she is going to take legal action because she wasn't able to perform her song because they had somebody else up there performing the damn record, okay? So Mac came out and said this. So let me put my screen back up here again and let's listen to what Mac had to say.
So check this out. I normally don't even speak on this kind of stuff, but I felt the need to address a very misleading narrative that's being pushed in regards to Mercedes and the song I Can Tell that I performed last night as part of the Versus battle. While Mercedes is someone that I've known for a very long time and we have a mutual respect for each other, Mercedes was not contracted by Versus for the performance last night. And let me reiterate, Mercedes was not contracted last night to perform at the Versus battle. I was. Over the years, I've performed the song several times without Mercedes. Mercedes has performed the song several times without me, and it hasn't been an issue until now. In regards to the song, I Can Tell, it was written by myself, Jabot, and Miss Peaches, who were all artists at No Limit at that time. It was recorded for Mercedes' Rear End album. Another false narrative that's being pushed is this idea that Mia X was put in place of Mercedes. So check this out. I normally don't even speak on this kind of stuff and sang her parts of the song. That is definitely not true. If y'all saw the performance, I always get the crowd to sing the parts of the song that I don't sing. I only perform the parts of the song that I wrote. I wrote the hook, I wrote the verse. I get the crowd to sing both Mercedes and Jabot's part, and it hasn't been an issue until now. While I understand Mercedes' frustration, should she have been a part of the performance, I think it would have been great to have her there, but she was not contracted for the performance. Let me state that again. She was not contracted for the performance. So this idea that another artist went performed her song, I think is very misleading because I wrote the song. You follow me? This is not a slight at Mercedes. This is just me addressing this and bringing clarity to this situation. It is insane.
Okay, so that was Mac basically clearing up the situation in regards to Mercedes. Now, Mercedes has come back out once again, and she issues a public apology to No Limit after going off on them. So we're going to go ahead and get into that now and see what she had to say. Hold on, y'all. Let's get into it.
It took me a minute. I had to gather myself. So I got on here today to publicly apologize to me. I absolutely know it was not your fault. Unfortunately, I flashed out because I am human. Um, it was a number of things that happened that day. It was really chaotic leading up to that point. Y'all really don't know. Y'all just saw me spaz out. But I was just simply stating that he doesn't own the song. It's my song. I don't know what y'all know about music, but do your research. I'm not about to do all that because that's really not what I'm here for. Like I said, I'm coming to give a public apology, number one. Good evening. It took me a minute and assert myself because I've been around like since the beginning. Not like since they was in California, but when I got signed is when they were literally about to take off. I was there for the Unbounded soundtrack. I was there for TRU. I wasn't on it, but I was there. Like I was literally at all of the big tours and stuff that they were doing. I was there. So yes, I've been with them recently on the road and all of that. So, I don't understand because I'm reading all the comments and I see, well, who is she? Or who she thinks she is? Like y'all haven't been listening to my music. Like that's what's tea. This album came out in 1999, okay? I did this in 7 days. So yes, there was a collective effort and assert myself all the way around the fucking board because I didn't even know I was about to go and record. That's another story. Top and bottom line is I spent money to be here. I was not invited, but I'm everywhere. And tonight was historic. So whether I was going to actually get on the mic or not, I deserve to be up on that stage. I deserve for when he was doing that song to at least say, shout out to Mercedes, because if nobody else knew I was on the side of the stage, he did. That's for another story. At the end of the day, it is my song. I was not allowed to do it, and I have paid my dues. I was the first R&B artist on No Limit. Yes, Nia X is the biggest mama. She been here. But if you ask her, I'm the baby girl. All the way around the fucking board. Okay, I ain't with this technology. Cause y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all knows that y'all have been all up and down my little page. Y'all see I don't even post like that. So I know that, you got a certain level. So I'm gonna make this real brief. Because the other part is already done. I spoke out of anger and frustration because I'm hurt at the end of the day. Versus is a big deal. I am an artist. I was around when you had to go knock on doors and go to auditions and get turned away, and it was just a different ballgame than how it is today. So I really don't expect everybody to understand, but the ones that need to know. And I was excited. Okay, I'm with this technology. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? To be there. I wanted to support my former labor mates, whether or not I was singing my song, because to my knowledge, my song wasn't even going to be performed. I don't want to get choked up. But I don't want to leave having anybody thinking that it was P, because like I said, I was upset. I spazzed out. I wrote a caption and I hurried up and shared it. Did I think this was going to go viral? Absolutely not. I swear I didn't. And like I said, I truly apologize again, Pete. And I also apologize to the fans. Because the ones that rock with me. And I love y'all. Truly. I'm a D girl for life. And I represent New Orleans every chance I fucking get. I love y'all. Peace.
And that was Mercedes actually apologizing and taking accountability for her actions in regards to her outburst about verses. I'm not mad at Mercedes. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at her. People can say whatever they want to say, but that song was on her album first. Mac did say that he wrote, him and Miss Peaches and somebody else wrote that song for her album. And that is one of her most known records, if not the most known record that she had. Now, however, I prefer It's Your Thing over this, in my eyes. I prefer that. But yeah, that was her record. It was on her album. Go, child. Because y'all know when it comes to music, I don't play no games, baby. Okay. It's on her album. You see it? It's number 4, Can Tell, by Mercedes. It's on her album. It's on her album. So, yeah, of course she felt some type of way because she wasn't able to perform with everybody else. And no matter what, it doesn't matter if she wasn't that big of a star on No Limit. Because, yeah, truth be told, she wasn't. No, the fuck she wasn't. We all know that. She wasn't no big star. We know it. But it don't matter to me because she was still there. She was there from the jump. And I knew who she was, but I'm from the South. I'm from Mississippi, so of course I knew who she was. But I felt like, yeah, let her get her shine on. She was a part of No Limit. Let her get a shine on. Like, even with Cash Money, I would have loved to see Turk out there, but I know he got issues with them. Like, this is verses. We like it, and this is all nostalgia anyway. We want to see that shit. We want to see that. So I would have minded seeing her. I was actually thinking about her. When I first heard about the Cash Money and No Limit verses, I thought she would get up there and do her song the same way, you know, when 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony did their verses, and Lil Chat and, you know, Gangsta Boo got up there and did their Thug Thizzle. So I wouldn't have minded seeing Mercedes up there, but that's just the nostalgia in me. I just like, you know, seeing little shit like that because I remember one hit wonders anyway. Most people don't even remember these motherfuckers, and I remember them. So, you know, whatever. So. But that's my thoughts on Mercedes. But let's move on to the last topic of the day, and that is Kandi and Soulja Boy. Now, yesterday I told y'all that Soulja Boy came out and he apologized to Kandi. Well, it looks like T.I. stepped in and they went on speak on it and spoke on the issues. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
Y'all won't believe who here.
Hey, what's up?
Y'all won't believe who here.
Hey, what's up? Your boy Soulja, I'm in the building. Don't play.
Hey. Y'all won't believe.
Okay, much love to Kandi and shout out to the big homie.
Internet talking about I spent his motherfucking food in 2007. It's 2025. Why the fuck is you speaking on my name from motherfucking 2007? Ain't nobody never spent your motherfucking food, you pussy-ass white. You's a bitch. You fat piece of shit. You's a cracker. What you talking about? Somebody tag this motherfucking white CEO Charlie. And somebody tag this bitch Kandi too. Bitch, why you got this fat ass on your platform talking? I'm finna sue the fuck out you and this white. I'm about to sue the fuck out Kandi. Somebody tag Kandi and somebody tag this fat ass boy. You on the motherfucking internet talking about your food. You's a bitch. Ass. Why the fuck? Who the fuck on the road with somebody and don't eat for 3 days? And Kandi internet talking about I spent his motherfucking food. Kandi, you too, you little bald head bitch. You got this white on your motherfucking bitch. I'm in Atlanta right now. Send me the motherfucking address. Let me pull up, tell my side of the story. Hey, don't get on no motherfucking interview line talking about I spent your food. What the fuck I'm gonna spend your food for? You know how much motherfucker I could buy that little ass shit you talking about? Bro, make it make sense. And all y'all stupid ass little fans in the comment talking about, I believe it. I believe it. He'll do it. He'll do it. Man, y'all. Y'all can say it because y'all niggas do not know me. On my mama, on my little brother grave, nigga. I wouldn't. What the fuck y'all look like spending somebody's food, bro? Y'all niggas, bro. Y'all niggas mad because y'all broke. You too, you little bald head bitch.
Because at this particular time in Las Vegas, I had actually not eaten in 3 days.
Ooh.
I was in this tough place in life where I didn't want to beg for my paycheck or my per diem, which I wasn't getting, but because I wanted to be a boss. So I'm not going to beg for it. I don't want to act like I'm struggling. And then I'm also not going to call home to my mom because I don't want her to think something's wrong on the road.
Right.
So it's like at that time, it'll be like, you would have to send me a Western Union.
Right.
So I'm in Vegas and I haven't eaten in 3 days. And it's a very dark time because I'm not treated properly. And Soulja Boy called me to his room. We're staying at the Bellagio. And he wanted to make a really like viral video. And he said, come to my room. I'm about to order some rooms. Because at this particular time in Las Vegas, and he ordered $1,000 worth of room service. And when he was done, there was so much food left over. I was excited. I said, I saw some chicken fingers and I was like, can I get those? Because I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. And he said, yeah, have whatever you want. And then he got up and he spat on the food. And he ordered $1,000 worth of room service.
Now, one thing about Miss Kandi Burruss, she gonna take a shade tree and turn it into a money tree. There's one thing that I can say about my girl Kandi. Now, it's pretty clear and it's pretty obvious that T.I. stepped in and said, okay, homeboy, I'm finna whoop your ass now. That's my sis, and y'all gonna have to make this right. We got to make this right because we can't have this going on. So I feel like that's what happened, and I'm definitely gonna watch the speak on it. I'm gonna watch it. I might review it. I'm gonna watch it. Definitely, because I want to know what the fuck you got to say. So I'm not really mad at Kandi for turning into a money tree. However, I wouldn't interview him for a motherfucking thing. But that's just me. I wouldn't be interviewing him for shit. That's just me. I wouldn't, because he don't deserve a seat at my motherfucking table. But we're going to see how it all pans out. Now, before we get up out of here, y'all, we all know that as of yesterday, it's 15 years of Scotty by Nature TV. That's the first thing. But another thing is, y'all do know that I am on a web reality show, which will be airing in December. It is called The Scene ATL. So here is a teaser right here. And then after that, we give our closing remarks.
Yeah. Say what I say and do what I will. They tryna do what I do, they lacking the skill. And I know I'm going up, running for the hills. Removing myself from the fade, I keep it too real. Bitch, I got businesses, I'm a brand house. I ain't wasting time is money, what you playing for? These rappers sleeping on me, I got hits that put the K in them. And yeah, I hear you talking, tell me what you saying though. Yeah, baby, I came in a step on the scene.
All right, that is the teaser for the show that I'm on. It's called The Scene ATL, and it will be airing in December. So with that being said, you guys, be sure to pick up my book, That's Why You're Lonely. It's available right now on Kindle and Amazon, Kindle books and Amazon, so make sure you guys pick it up. Pre-sale orders are still going out, you guys. Make sure you stay in tune with my shorts so you guys can be notified where the books are going and when they arrive. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. So with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Things I wanna do to you, all the love you try to hide, deep in between those thighs. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want, ain't too proud to beg for what I need. If it's good loving that you want, you can get it all from me. Proud to beg for what I want, ain't too proud to beg for what I need. Good loving that you want.